Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we have a very cute, soft, romantic look for Valentine's Day. I am pretty excited for these looks coming up. I have two very easy, simple looks that anybody could do, and then I have two more complicated looks coming up as well. So I'm going to try to get these videos out for you within the next 2 weeks so that everybody has a little bit of nail inspiration for their big day. Now, to start things off, I am going in with my Gel X application using my Apres Extend Gel. I recently started using this gel like 2, maybe 3 months ago, and it is amazing. I have upgraded from the Beetles nail glue, and this is just 10 times better, and I can't believe I waited this long to use it, but better late than never. So this is me doing my Gel X application. Once I finished applying my Gel X tips, it was time to seal in that cuticle. Now, normally, if you've seen any of my other videos, I always go in with my gold Melody Susie carbide bit in order to seal in that cuticle. However, I don't know what I was thinking. I was a little bit distracted when putting my tips on, so I put them a little closer to the skin than I normally would. So to avoid the possibility of cutting myself and trying to make it as seamless as possible, I just went straight in with my 180 grit sanding band by Melody Susie. This is their mini sanding band, and I can't remember the last time I used a normal size mandrel bit because these are just so much better. So everything that I'm going to be using in this video for this design is going to be linked in the description below, or you could also find everything in my Amazon storefront. I did forget to mention as well that these tips are by Una Gella. I always forget or don't really know how to pronounce her name. I don't know if it's Una Gella or Una Gella, but these are by far my favorite tips that I've used thus far because they are incredibly sturdy. So give these a try if you are looking for an affordable Gel X tip brand that is durable but not gonna break the bank. The very last thing that I do before applying any gel polish is I take this brush with a little bit of acetone on it and I just rub that into this area right here, and that's gonna help essentially melt that tip a little bit more so that so that the blend is much more seamless. I learned this little trick a while ago watching other nail techs apply their Gel X tips, and it works wonders. So do not forget this step whenever you are doing your Gel X tips. To kick things off for the nail design, I am taking Appraise number 4 Vintage Carnation. This is a part of their like nude gel polish line. They have a bunch of colors. I think they have guys, I'm so sorry. 10 different nude gel polish colors that are all absolutely beautiful. The cool thing about this gel polish is that it is also HEMA free and TPO free. I just learned that literally today. So I thought that that was really, really cool. If you're wondering what TPO is a photo initiator or a chemical that's found in the gel polish, and that's used to help the curing process of the polish. So whenever you stick your hand in the lamp and it goes from being liquid to a solid on your nails, that's the TPO helping the hardening process. This has been quite a big deal for the nail industry. A lot of brands are looking to switch from using TPO to something else as their photo initiator, I guess because a lot of people are now developing tons of allergic reactions. So, this is going to be a great option for anybody who's looking for a HEMA-free and TPO-free nail polish brand. After I finish applying 2 coats of Vintage Carnation, I go in with this cat eye gel polish right here. This gel polish is by Goi. Yes, that is how you say their name. Somebody from their company did post a audio of how you say their name. It's Goi. So you can find this color on Amazon. I'll have it linked in the description or in my Amazon storefront, but you can only get this color in the pack. You can't buy it individually. But it does come with some really, really beautiful shades, and I was debating between this color or 3 other ones. So definitely check these out if you're looking for a really nice cat eye gel polish. So I also did 2 coats of this polish. The first coat, I don't manipulate the magnets in the polish. I only do that when applying my second coat. So right here, I'm just worried about getting a nice smooth French line. I want to take this time to share a little tip with you guys that I learned a long time ago for your nail art brushes. So sometimes when we use our nail art brushes, especially if you're a beginner, we tend to like smush our brushes in acetone or nail polish remover in order to remove the gel polish that we're using to switch to a different color. Now, the problem with doing that is that eventually over time, your bristles will separate and it just looks like it's having a bad hair day. You know what I mean? Like the bristles are just like one's going left, one's going right. They just have a mind of their own. So what you do to fix that is you open your sink and you run your faucet on hot water, like the hottest it will go. When you start seeing that hot water come out and there's like smoke in your sink and you could tell it's hot, stick the bristles in the water. You can do this with like just having hot water in a cup, but I find that putting them under running water really helps like form them back into shape. I promise you put your bristles under the running water for maybe like a minute, you will have the pointiest nail art brush. It's going to look fresh out the package, like a beautiful slick back ponytail, okay? So try this if you are like, you can tell that your brushes are struggling, because nobody wants to go and buy a whole new pack every time they get ruined, and we want to make our equipment last as long as possible. So definitely give that a try. If you do give that a try, let me know in the comments if it worked for you, because I literally just fixed my 8mm brush doing this and it was a miracle worker. Now for the fun part. So as you can see, I am taking this little magnet in my hand and moving the tiny magnetic particles in the gel polish, where you see it kind of like shining back and forth as I move the magnet. There it goes. Those are the magnetic particles in the gel polish. Now there's a bunch of different ways that you can move the magnets. And depending on what type of magnet you buy, they have a bunch of different ones. One of the newest like shapes that I've seen is a ball. It's like a magnetic ball, and that's probably one of the easiest on the market. It just looks so easy to use. I haven't personally tried it, but I definitely want to buy one to test it out, because it just looks so much simpler in comparison to the ones that normally come in your packages when you buy gel polish. So what you want to do is you want to activate the magnets first. You're going to do that by kind of swishing the magnet in your hand back and forth, and then you can start moving them all at once in the direction that you want it to go. So I'll let you sort of watch the way that I do it, and if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. There's a lot of great tutorials out there when it comes to how to do cat eye gel polish, because there is, you know, some tips and tricks that you gotta learn. Because once you move it, sometimes they disappear and you're like, damn, where did they go? Like, how do I get the magnets back on the nail so that it shines? So definitely watch some tutorials, but it is a beautiful look. Now, before I do any type of chrome design, I always apply matte top coat over the entire nail. That way, none of the chrome sticks to where it doesn't need to be, because anything that's left sticky on the nail, that's where the chrome's gonna stick to. And once it's there, it's really hard to take it off. So whenever you're gonna do a chrome design, apply matte top coat on the nail or like over that area. That way, you can be a little bit more precise with where your application is going. So I applied matte top coat, fully cured it, and then use Young Nail Swipe to remove any like residue that might be left over from the top coat. Then I go in with my black gel polish. This black gel polish is from Beetles, nothing crazy. I cure it in the light for 30 seconds and then I go in with my chrome design. So earlier I mentioned using my 20 millimeter brush instead of my 12. This is my 20 millimeter. And I decided to use this one for the French design because, well, for the chrome part of the French design, because it's so much thinner and I didn't want the line to be too thick and I needed it to be very, very smooth and sleek. I didn't want no like weird edges popping out on the lines because you guys may not notice it, but I don't know. I feel like when I see a design, I tend to like nitpick everything because that's just how I am. Um, so if I feel like if I could see it, then you guys could see it. So I decided to go in with my 20 millimeter brush and it worked out perfectly. Once I got to the thumb, it was time to figure out if I wanted to do red hearts or white hearts for the design to add like around the chrome area. And honestly, I was originally thinking red hearts because when you think Valentine's Day, you think red, red roses, red hearts, red balloons. That's like the romantic Valentine Day color. But I also felt like it wouldn't go with the colors I had picked. So I settled for white, which was still a beautiful color or like a beautiful color for the design that I was doing. But let me know in the comments below, should I have done red hearts or white hearts? Look at how gorgeous and girly this nail design is. It is so, so cute. I absolutely loved it. I think the pink cat eye is beautiful and perfect. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.